Hey friends, so today we are going to be making a curry. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this curry. I've never made this curry before. I have the title of what this curry is called on the screen. I'm going to be making this out of with chicken drumsticks, and we'll be using the slow cooker. You can use it, make it in a pot on the stove, but I just find curries are easier for me in the slow cooker. So I'm getting my onion prepared. We're going to be using the mortar and pestle as well to make a paste. We should fry off the chicken drumsticks first in the frying pan, then add it. That's just going to add another depth of flavor before besides from adding the raw chicken drumsticks into the pot. But I can't be bothered. We are going to be frying up most of these, well, pretty much all of these spices, and there's tomato paste as well that's going into this curry that we will fry up. But these onions I'm just going to chuck in the pot, and the chicken drumsticks we're just going to chuck them in the pot as well, just because I can't be bothered. It is pretty much 6 o'clock. It's very gloomy today and very overcast, so it's already quite getting dark in here. And I'm just going to be making this. Well, my slow cooker is kind of broken. I'm going to have it on high, but I don't think it really matters whether the setting's on high or on low. Either way, it just kind of like boil. It gets really, really hot. But I'll chuck it, I don't know, we might start it on slow, but we'll chuck it on high. But either way, it's going to be going on for probably about 4 or 5 hours. I will also be having this recipe on my Facebook page, so if you just want to click on that, I'll have the link in the description, in the description box below. I was going to say in the comments below. In the description below will be the link to this recipe, which that's just what I'm doing. I do want to start a website, but that's just going to happen later down on track. One day we'll get there, but for now I'm just uploading them to my Facebook page. So if you do want a written recipe, also with these scraps, especially the ginger, I love ginger. I got a bowl under here. This bowl isn't going to go into the compost. This is going to go into the freezer bag for chicken bone broth. Not chicken bone broth, vegetable broth. When I do make chicken broth, I just have it as just chicken. I don't tend to add anything else with this, but we do want to make up a vegetable broth, so we're just collecting our scraps in the freezer. Also, mortar and pestle, I know you normally just roughly cut it up. I'm going to try and help it by cutting it as fine as I can, just so I'm not going to be pounding. And if it doesn't end up being as much of a paste consistency, that's okay too. I'm not overly fussed with it, and I don't really use that often. So this is kind of a new way of cooking for me. Well, it's not new, it's just something that I just don't do it often. So all I'm doing now that I'm going to be chopping up to put into this mortar and pestle is ginger. So I've got a good tablespoon of fresh ginger, as well as I'm going to be using 4 cloves of garlic. I got about a good tablespoon of cashew nuts. Now we don't need to toast these cashew nuts. These are raw unsalted nuts. I mean, you can toast them if you want, but it's all going to get toasted in the pan before it gets in the slow cooker anyway. So I'm just going to give, whoops, these a rough chop. And once I've chopped up these nuts and the garlic, we will pop outside into the garden and harvest a green cayenne chili, and that's going to come into this paste mixture as well. So I just have to put my fan on. It is hot. I did switch it off, but I'm just sweating. So got everything in this bowl. I'm going to do like 1/4 of a pinch of salt, especially on that garlic. That's going to help draw out the moisture. So while that sits for a minute, we will now go out into the garden and pick our fresh green chili. We're out here as well. I want to do an update on the corn because that is so fun and so exciting. Don't mind these weeds. I got weeds everywhere. But this is probably the longest chili, compared to my hand. So as tempting as it is to pick this, and there is so many chilies on here, I do want to pick one that is kind of right near the bottom. They are starting to turn as well, which is fun. Oh wait, look at that one. I'm going to harvest that one tomorrow, I think. But you see down here how that's pretty much on the bottom. So let's get this guy. And here's the corn, so look at all of these tassels coming up. Like there are so many. This is the biggest cob here. So that is getting nice and big. There's another one there. This one's kind of like the tassel and the cob grew in the wrong one section. That's not normal. And this is all on the same plant. And I've just been hand pollinating. I've been grabbing some of these things. Oops. Just kind of dabbing it on. I'll do it on this one. Just trying to get them to touch the silk. So a few of these plants do have cobs. There's not that many just yet though. This plant has a couple of cobs as well. But overall, it's just so beautiful. I love it, but let's get this chili and we'll go back inside. I can just get so distracted out here. But yes, I can definitely get distracted out there. So because these are cayenne chilies, these are mild chilies, I'm going to leave the seeds and everything in. This is quite a long chili, definitely the longest one that I've harvested. And again, I'm just going to give it a rough chop and then we'll see how we go using this mortar and pestle. So that's what we're looking like now. So this has the ginger, garlic, cashews, and that one chili. So here goes nothing. Let's see if I can get this down to a paste or not. So I was at this for probably 3 minutes tops. I ended up getting off of this trolley though and using the actual bench and really started to pound it. It smells so good. So as you can see, it's nice and pasted. I mean, the chili's still pretty chunky, but it's fine. Everything else is nice, like a paste, which is what we want. Yum. Okay, now what I'm going to do is get rid of this. Just gonna set my pan on medium heat and I just don't know what. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, do not touch chilies with your fingers and then rub your eye. My eye is burning, but I'll be okay. I just covered it. I don't even know what I did. Did I use my shirt? I don't even know what I done, but I remember I switched off the camera and I just went straight to the sink and pulled up water and just held it and kept rinsing it. She still stings a little bit, but nowhere near as when it first happened. So those chilies might not be spicy. When you touch them with your finger and touch them in your eye, they're spicy for your eyes. And this tea towel's clean. Thankfully, I did change it and had a clean one right there because I couldn't even get out from there because I'm home alone, but I mean, I was fine. I mean, I've lost my mascara on one eye. That's okay. That doesn't matter. The matter thing is I'm okay. That was so stupid. I was just doing that and I was like, I'm such an idiot. But we're good. Yeah, so let's fry. I'm just not sure. There is a lot of spices. I think I'm just going to, yeah, there's a lot of spices. I need to fry up some tomato paste. I've just got store-bought tomato paste, the paste we just made, and powders. I'm just kind of thinking, do I do it all in the one pan? Yeah, I'll just chuck it all in the one pan, we'll be okay. So what I'm going to do is turn this heat onto medium. I'm going to be using this oil I got gifted for Christmas. It's just oil with garlic and onion infused. So we've just been using this when we're cooking because it's quite nice. We do want a fair big lug of oil. So I'll probably do about 4 tablespoons there. I'm going to let this heat up, and once it's heated up, I'll add in the pastes. But while this is heating up, I'm just going to find from my cupboard above me all the spices that we will be needing and having them down, so it's handy. All right, I think this is heated up enough. I don't know, this is still a new pan, so obviously new pans, they just kind of feel different with different heats. I think it's heated up. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna start with the tomato paste. I think I am going to do the 2 pastes, take them out, and then we'll fry the spices separately. because we also want to fry whole bay leaves and a cinnamon stick. So that's really fun and exciting too, because I don't use those ingredients in everyday cooking. So when I do have a recipe that calls for them, I don't know, it's just more fun and exciting for me. So this is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Yeah, this wasn't heated. You don't hear any sizzle. All right, I'm not gonna add the other paste until this starts to sizzle. So I'll just give it another minute or two. All right, the onions that we chopped up earlier are in here, with the onion, I should say. I'm gonna pop the slow cooker, plug in, and let's just assemble everything else that needs to go into this pot. So I got chicken drumsticks here, there's 4 in each, so 8 chicken drumsticks in total. We will have 2 pieces each tonight, and then we'll have leftovers either for lunch, or we might even chuck it in the freezer. So again, it would be good to fry these up. You don't have to, I'm not going to, just because I can't be bothered. All right, so we got our tomatoes here is starting to fry. So let's add in this paste that we made with the ginger, garlic, the chili, the dreaded chili, and ginger, garlic, and the cashew. So that's also fun too. All right, so what we want to look for is just this to have nice, come up to temperature, be nice and fragrant, which is already quite fragrant. But you just want to keep it going for a couple of minutes, and you will tell the difference from when you first put it in to once it's been cooking for a couple of minutes. But that's all it really needs. But when we do put this into the pot, you know what? There's enough room in this pan. Let's just add in all the spices. Because all I was going to say was, once we do put this paste in, we want to try and keep the oil in here for the spices. Let's just add it all. Half a teaspoon of chili powder. This is a hot chili powder, so I'm doing like 1/8 of a teaspoon. I really do not want much of that at all, just because we don't want a spicy chili tonight. 2 tablespoons of coriander powder. A teaspoon of turmeric powder. 1 tablespoon of garam masala. We're going to add half a pinch of salt, because remember that paste already has a little bit of salt in. Half a teaspoon of pepper. All right, we'll give all this a mix. This is all the dry spices we're going to be adding in. I'm going to fry 2 bay leaves. These are homegrown bay leaves from my auntie's garden. That I just dehydrated them. They smell absolutely wonderful still, and I just keep them in a jar. And we'll toast a cinnamon stick. So that's really fun. I mean, the bay leaves and the cinnamon sticks probably not going to get that toasted, because everything's pretty much done and ready to come out. I was a little bit slow in the process, but that's okay. So I'll turn this heat off, and then we will tuck it in the slow cooker pot. Alrighty, so in our pot now we're going to add in the toasted spices with the cinnamon stick and the bay leaf. Smells so good. We want juice of 1 lemon. What I have here is, it's kind of half defrosted. That's fine if it's still kind of frozen. But this is fresh lemon juice from my mum's lemon tree. So when they were all in season, I just juiced them all, froze them as 1 whole lemon juice worth. And then it comes in handy with recipes like this. We're also going to be cracking open a can of broth. This is chicken bone broth that we only canned on the last day of last year. So it hasn't been in the canner. I mean, it hasn't been canned for long, but you always want to make sure it's still completely sealed, which it is. Still new at opening these cans, to be honest. I always forget. There we go. It still looks and smells beautiful. So we're adding this. This is about 1 cup worth of broth, or you can use water. I'm also going to fill this up with water. So I should say I'm filling this up halfway of water, just for that little bit of extra liquid. And we also want to add in about half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm just going to add in heaped tablespoon. I'm just going to dollop around, and as it warms up and melts, it will all get nice and combined anyway. But yeah, we'll just add in about half a cup worth of Greek yogurt. I do like this because it's also a no added sugar yogurt. And that is all of our ingredients. So we'll switch this on. I'm going to turn it on high. We'll pop this lid on, and then in probably about half an hour, I will give this all a stir, just so all the yogurt and everything's all combined. Just so it's all nice and combined, I'll give it, yeah, half an hour to melt down, warm up, stir it, and then we're gonna let it go for probably, I'm gonna do it on high. We'll do it for a further 3.5 hours, so total cooking time will be 4 hours, or you can do it on slow for about 6 to 8 hours. All right, so onion salad. We have one red onion, very thinly, as fine as I could possibly get it, sliced up. This is some fresh mint. So, I mean, it was kind of small onion, so I'm probably just gonna grab like 3 mint leaves, because you don't want to overdo it, but it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So all I've done here is just roll up the mint tightly. And again, I'm just slicing it nice and thin. Smells so good. And this is just a simple salad just to pair, just so you've got that little different flavor, not flavor, but just to kind of cleanse your mouth when you have the curry, and just another flavor as well to go with it. I'm going to crack just like a pinch, a small tiny pinch, like a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 pinch, so a tiny little pinch of salt, and that's going to help get all the nice juices from the onion. And the last thing we want to add is about a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And that is it. This is just going to sit out at room temperature. I've made this in my Pyrex just so I can put a lid on this, because it's probably going to be leftovers. We won't get in all of this. I'm just going to mix it. You can put it in the fridge. I prefer it at room temperature. But once we've served up dinner and we've eaten this, I'll then chuck it in the fridge. And there's a close-up of the salad. So very simple, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. And the longer this sits, the more like softer and the onion will be, and the more like juices and flavor will come out. But yum. Alright, I'm going to be quick with this. I've been meaning to show you guys. This came in the mail today. I actually forgot about it until just now. But Nick should be home very soon. I got rice cooking, slow cooker's off. So the bit of the slow cooker, it boiled for, I mean, it was cooking on high, which is kind of like a boil for my slow cooker, for I think about 3 hours, and I just kept rotating it. Like, you don't have to, but I'm home anyway. The liquid level isn't like above half. Oh, by the way, I'm just cozy in my pajamas now, so don't mind that. So I just kept rotating it every hour or so. After about 3 hours, I just put it down to keep warm. It was still boiling. So then after about an hour of it keeping warm, I just switched it off, and it is fine. It is full and off the bone though. And because I need natural lighting to take my pictures for my recipes for my Facebook page, I'm gonna have to do pictures with the leftovers because this ain't happening. So hopefully, if you guys do see that, hopefully it turns out all good. But I got this. This came in the mail today. I don't know. I just want to show you guys. So it's mine and Nick's 12th year anniversary of dating. We're not married. Coming up in a little over a week. I don't know. But he doesn't have his own set of keys, just because we only have one vehicle. We have a spare house key, but we just go out together, or I don't know. It just, yeah. So now we got the second car. That's just a single key. There's nothing attached to it. And then so we bring that single key plus the spare house key. And it'd just be nice to have a key ring. So this is like, I had him in mind, but it's still technically ours. But I thought it was really, really cute. I just want to check this rice. Hopefully I don't get distracted and overcook this rice. To be honest, I always used to cook rice in the microwave. I'm just going to turn this heat off because I feel like I'm getting distracted. I always cook my rice in the microwave, but we don't have microwave, so I'm cooking on the stove. I have not cooked rice at all, besides some sushi and sushi, like sushi rice for sushi. I have not cooked rice at all in the whole of 2023. So it's been a while. Anyway, so I ordered this keyring for him. So this is just a picture of us at Aruna Dam. This was our main trip last year, like our main camping trip last year. And it's a bit hard to tell, but I don't know, it's not really gonna focus because this phone just doesn't really have that. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'll take a nice picture of it and I'll insert the picture on the screen here for you guys to see. So it has the word love over it because it's for our anniversary, so I thought I'll do love. Oh, and this is from the brand Zazzle, which I believe came from America. I didn't realize that, but when I ordered, postage was normal pricing and everything like that, so that's really cool. But it feels really nice, and yeah, it's just a nice keyring. But I really like this picture because we're out of focus and the background, which is like the truck, is in focus. And I done this picture when I was filming like a little vlog for memories, and I posted on this channel. I'll leave our trip video down below if you want to see that. But yeah, I was just filming. I had it up and I was filming, and then we were like just posing, and just so I could screenshot it for pictures. And I couldn't realize from a distance that the background was in focus and we weren't, but I loved how it turned out. So we now got a keyring for the second keys that I'm going to gift him. I'm also gifting him a big bag of chocolate coffee beans. So that's still coming, but this is the brand Mum ordered. So it's called the Laughing Pug. Mum ordered these coffees for Christmas, and it came with coffee. So this is like a packet of what that coffee looks like. And it came with I think it's home. And it came with chocolate coffee beans. I mean, I thought they were okay. He loved them. And it was sad that it was ran out, so I ordered the biggest bag that I had to go with this. I'm gonna put this away before he comes through. All right, well, that was a false alarm. Don't know what I heard, but it wasn't him. That is what the curry is looking like. Smells so good. So yeah, that is all off now. I'm going to be filming a TikTok plate up, so I'll just come back once it's all plated. All right, the plates are a little messy because I was tilting this for the TikTok, but so this is what it looks like. So we got the onion salad, the rice. I got 2 chicken drumsticks. So I don't know, did I mention we toasted up some cashews that I just put on here, and some fresh coriander. Mine's the same, just, yeah. Not the prettiest, but we'll recreate this tomorrow with the leftovers, and I'll plate it up really nice for the photo. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to eat this. Although it is hot and I am sweating, I am missing winter meals. I love winter. I love the sea, like the things that we do, the camping, the winter camping, the fires, the food. I'm so sick of just like, I'm not sick of it. We've been living off of sausages or chicken or whatever on the barbecue, and a Greek salad or pasta salad or a bit of both salad or coleslaw. I've been loving that. But I just missing the warm, cozy meal. So excited to have this tonight. Although, like I said, it is hot. I'm just excited for winter. Winter cannot come quick enough. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe down below so you don't miss out on my future videos. Also, the recipes for the onion salad and the curry will both be in the description below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.